genuinely almost want to cry.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here then hi, my name is Miss Paris and on my channel you can find tips, advice and information all about teaching, as well as following along with my own personal journey. So if that interests you, please do consider checking out some of my other content, my other videos, and subscribing. So it is the 15th of August. I am in school because it's the first opportunity that I was able to come into school, and it is classroom setup time. So what I've done is, obviously there are loads of vlogs out there kind of showing you them making displays and all that kind of thing, but my school are quite strict with what we have on walls, what we have on desktops, what we have, you know, scattered around the classroom. We're not allowed anything personal, so it's not going to be that much of an exciting vlog compared to maybe some people, but I just thought I would kind of go through, here you go, my plan. It might take me 3 days, it might take me one, I don't know. But what I've done is I've kind of set it up into like the basics, the bare minimum you need in a classroom, kind of other setup bits, and then differentiation. If you are training or if you're going to be an ECT soon, then maybe this will give you ideas on things to consider rather than just seeing beautiful displays and feeling a bit of like jealousy or oh my gosh I can't do that. At least then you've got some ideas of like how to structure your time in the classroom. So for basics, I've got ensure you've got a visual timetable, formal seating plan with obviously names. If you don't know the names, then you know you are just going to have to guess, but then don't be scared to like change the seating. If there's two children that never stop talking, just move them. And then I've got names for pegs and also like a list of abilities, so I know like how many sheets to print off, things like that. All the packs prepared, so they all have these packs which haven't been sorted since the last year 3 class. As you can see, they're really full, whereas this chair I'm sitting on doesn't have one at all, so I need to sort those out. So I'm going to need to like check what they have, then make a list of what I need to do and so forth. For the setup, I've got ensure all non-negotiables, which is like a school trust thing that we do, and labels are prepared, so all labels need to look exactly the same. They have to have our school colours on, same font. We can't have anything too extra on the wall, so like in year 1 there were like the phonic sounds above my whiteboard which I had to take down. I can see there's already things like on the countertops which I would be told off for, so they all need to be moved. Thankfully these wardrobes, if I show you these cupboards, there's 3 of them. Thankfully they've all been emptied, like there's not much in them, so most things I'm going to try and put in there. Boards ready with new topics, so the calculating board and the English board, they are like as per standard, but obviously the topic board we need to change because that was summer 2, so obviously that needs to be changed. Books from last year brought up, which they have been, they're over there, so I need to move them into the cupboard. Ensure that the room is just generally tidy. Thumbs up signs, which I have got. Okay, no fire alarm. Whew. And prep like star sheets, which is kind of our like incentive reward, things like that. And then for differentiation, I need to have a safe space for a specific child, which all corners are kind of awkwardly placed, so I'm gonna have to try and figure that out. I've already got a pack full of sensory toys. I might have a child from our pupil resource base in our classroom as well, but then there weren't one left, so I'm not sure if that's still happening because they're going to be a bit heightened from just change of teacher, change of classroom and change of support staff, so we'll see about that. I need to make some trays with like EYFS resources because I have some children that are still working at that kind of level, so I'm going to have things like handwriting formation, number formation, complex speed sounds, maybe year 1 frequency words, because sometimes when we're going to be doing things they might not be able to access it, so I want to try and promote as much independency as possible for them. And I know that midway through the year that's always really hard to set up, so get it done from the get-go. And yeah, that's so far what's on my list. But yes, it's quite weird because they are completely redoing like a new curriculum for the school. So although it's the 15th of August, I have not planned a single lesson because we don't have any planning yet, and it's slightly stressing me out. So I just thought at least now I can feel productive and in charge, like in control of how my classroom looks when I get into school in September. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna try and figure out, sorry I'm out of breath, I'm not strong, a better way to do that, because they're all stacked in 30, but in terms of transitions, it would be nicer to figure out a system, like either, because they're in rows, like have a tray where each row just has all of their books maybe. So I just kind of grab a tray and then I know, oh, that's these 4 children. Or whether I do it according to ability, I'm not sure. Just seeing that is kind of stressing me out in terms of getting organized, and like, you know, I'm just thinking transitions ahead of time, because the best way is to nail it straight away in September. So that's something I need to think about. Okay, so this, it looks like I've been sat down the whole time. I promise you I've been running around. So this is a little trick that I would recommend. The teacher whose class I'm taking over from, they gave me all of their labels for pegs and trays or any like individualized thing they had. So right now I have 30 labels, all laminated, all done, all good condition, times by 3. So I've got 90 labels, and imagine if I would have had to print them all off, cut them all, laminate them, cut them again. It has saved me so much time. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put them in alphabetical order, blue tack them, and then I can already put the pegs up, because I took all the names off and it's like peeled the paint. So it's really important that I replace that, because otherwise it doesn't look great. Like, it is such a time saver. So if you aren't necessarily new to a school, I would definitely recommend trying to do this. I took all the pegs, the names off the pegs, and gave it to next door as well, so that they have it for their new pupils. And I just think like it's better for the environment as well, because laminating is already not superb. So yes, put them in register order now, blue tack them, put them on, that's already a job done. Okay, so I'm going to be honest, I'm stressing out a little bit, because I went to open my handover notes and they weren't there. I've checked on OneDrive, I've checked in autosave, it hasn't autosaved, I've checked in documents, downloads, all the stuff. I've rung the like IT support people we have. It's nowhere to be found, and that was like an hour-and-a-half meeting with obviously the previous teacher, and trying very hard not to cry because I can't find anywhere. And I think that, you know, it was 5 PM, maybe I just thought, oh, I'll save it when I get home. I don't know what happened. It was like July, I can't remember. But the computer was updating as I turned it on, and everything I was working on, like it was just, you know, it just closed everything. And I think it just got rid of it, and I'm gutted, because, you know, we took so long to write those in like such depth, and it's not fair for me to go to a teacher like, can we redo the whole meeting? So I'm slightly panicking at the moment. So I thought, okay, calm, Annalise. You know, it's like now 10:30. No, no, 5 to 11. And I was like, okay, chill, stop, calm yourself, just do another job. Go to the printer. So I go to the printer, the code doesn't work. I try variations of the code in case I just forgot. Go to another printer, doesn't work. Message another teacher, oh, this is my code, try this. It doesn't work. So, you know, I was like really nice and structured, and now I'm just stressed. And I've kind of been looking around the room, and there's like furniture that I'm thinking of moving, because obviously I need to make that a safe space for that child. And as the cupboards are now empty, I put the books in there, but then there are boxes for the books. So I'm thinking of either taking the boxes out and putting the books in the boxes and the boxes in there, so they're out the way but not like prone to falling, or I try and condense some of these bits of furniture that I have at the back, so I can have a spare table, which I'll try and find from somewhere, so that they can have like a corner for themselves, and so they're out of the way. Because I've got like a desk that looks like this. If I show you, I've got this kind of desk. So they obviously sit here, they have like their shelf, but I'm thinking of using that for the
pupil from the pupil resource base, so that if they get heightened or anything, they know that nobody's going to be watching them, because they're like, you know, they're protected. Their one-to-one can sit with them, they can have things on the shelf as like, you know, now we're doing this, next you can do this, and maybe they could see it there, or they can have their own possessions next to them without distracting their peers. But then obviously I need a corner for that other child. So yeah, I don't know, I was on a roll, and now I'm just stressed out, because I'm now going from memory, and I have like the medical records and things like that, but you know, all the like really specific details that only the teacher would know, like this parent is like this, or this parent often picks up, or careful for this child, and this one, you know, needs this, and this one needs that. It's all gone, and I'm like, genuinely almost want to cry. I wanted to cry for like an hour trying to figure it out. I don't know. It wouldn't be me without a hiccup, would it? And there's like 1 or 2 labels that have gone missing in transit, so I wanted to print those off just so it wouldn't be an unfinished job, but the printer's not cooperating. So I've got like clothes pegs done ish, and that's literally it. Well, that really hurt. Look, I've just like chipped it in 2, 3, 4 places. I was only picking up books. That really hurt. So I've just finished lunch and I've got about an hour and a half left. I'm going to do a quick classroom tour, although I realised there wasn't a before, which isn't that helpful for you guys. But obviously I'm going to come back tomorrow, hopefully with my mum. Yeah, I've got it in my head what I want to do, but it's quite a big project, as in it's like lots of itty bitty things, but hopefully it will make a big change. So I've got the door here. This is where I've got all the cupboards. So I've put the text box, ooh, where's my finger, at the top. There's the year 2 books that have been brought up. I don't think they're going to stay there. And then I've got like lots of like bits here and everywhere from the cupboards that I will end up putting back. And then there's some things in the other cupboard that I need to have a proper look at. Packs I'm going to leave to my mum to do. There's some taking labels off books that I'm going to ask my mum to do, because they're brand new books, they've just got names on them, which is just a total waste of paper. So those kind of little things I'm going to ask her to do. But ultimately, and I can't remember what I've said, or if it's just in my head, so sorry if I'm repeating myself, but ultimately I want these, I want to condense so I can have a table for the safe space. These just all need to be sorted, because I mean, this is kind of freaking me out. So like they all need to be sharpened, things like that. I need to find a space for the dictionaries because they're in the way. I've taken most of the board off because I can't reach the ancient without possibly toppling over. So if I could condense these, that would be amazing. Either I'm going to have to keep the shelves and have an empty cupboard, or have a full cupboard and like space here, and I think the latter will be better. We were asked to sort out all of the concrete maths boxes, but I haven't checked them. If they haven't been done, then I need to go through those as well. And then for some reason I still can't get the printer to work, so once that's done I can then start doing those EYFS trays and that board. There are some little bits and bobs because obviously I worked in year 1, so that was handy, that I've got for them. So these are obviously kind of old, but it's I'll show you what it looks like. Well, they look like this, and it's something that they could do independently. So it's like a let spell. So what I would ask them to do is write it out so they can practice their letters, sound it out, and then like tick if it's a real word, cross if it's an alien word. And so, you know, you might want to change, you know, the letters, so you could keep getting new ones. They vary in complexity. So I've got 4 of those, and I think, obviously I don't know their ability in terms of EYFS, but what they could do is they could alternate it. So one of the days a child could have the blue one, and then the next day the pink one, so they're not bored of seeing the same thing. I've also got some like number formation things that I need to rub out. Do I have letters? I thought I did, but I can't see them here. Oh yes, I do. And then I've also got some kind of number cards so they can see it in different ways. So 0, what it looks like in fingers, on a dice, in coins, and on Numicon. So I think that will be helpful, and if they wanted to, they can stick it. They can stick it on their table, or they can just have it in like their tray. It's up to them. I'll talk to them, and I think in doing so they can then hold some like accountability for it and some pride, and you know, it not be like this taboo thing, but no, it's there to help them. And then these, it's just for number formation, which I also need to laminate so they can practice, and it's got little rhymes underneath. So up we go, round the apple and down the leaf, and off we go, you know. So talking about the flicks and the curves, because we are doing pre-cursive. So plan for tomorrow, sort these out, sort the furniture out, sort those little bits and bobs in preparation for the class. I'm also going to move this piece of furniture, which just says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and spares. I'm going to move it to behind here. In my year 1 class, there was a tendency for children to just come like behind me, and I think if there's furniture there, then A, it doesn't get in the way of the board, it doesn't get in their way, and then also they might not come like behind me. Oh yes, and still need to do the book corner. I need to change obviously the weekly spelling board, word of the week, the reading targets, but I think a lot of things can stay. I also need to find out where I can get some new ribbon from, because as you can see, this part is just, it's coming off. But yeah, I'm going to just get my head down and do things now. I'm not going to vlog because it kind of slows things down, and my camera is running out of battery again. But yes, that's kind of what it looks like so far. Moved bits and bobs, emptied trays, little things like that. But yeah, I was kind of hit a mental block with that whole like transition note thing, which by the way I still haven't figured out, so I think that's just lost. But yes, and then in this big cupboard there's like lots of games, which I don't think there's any point in touching because I don't know where else I'd put them without just ruining my plan of getting rid of furniture. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow, and have a good evening. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think you would do in terms of the whole like cupboard furniture situation, and don't forget to subscribe for more teacher related content. I'll see you soon. Bye.